I will be presenting a step-by-step review on how to complete the high school choice application for your upcoming 2025-2026 high school freshman school year. All current 8th grade families must complete the high school choice application online via ParentVue. My hope is that you sit down with your parents and assist with this process. The high school choice application window opens on Friday, February 7th at 9 a.m. and it closes on Friday, February 21st at 4 p.m. Your parents will begin the application process by launching the LBUSD website by going to www.lbschools.net. So here's the website being launched. In the upper right hand corner, they'll find the main menu. Click on the main menu, then go to the Families tab. Click the Families tab and go to ParentVue Login. Then click on that. So these are the steps to log in to ParentVue. Once your parents log in to the ParentVue tab, they'll need to sign in to ParentVue. Before signing in, at the bottom of the page, in the left-hand corner of the screen, your parents can switch the language preference. Ms. Hernandez will be handing out to you your parents' ParentVue identification information with your parents' username that I created for you. Your parents will then need to enter the provided username in the username box as well as their password. So here they can change the language from English to Spanish. Here they enter the username. Here they enter the password. If your parents don't remember the password, they can click Forgot Password for assistance in creating a new one right here. Once your parent has signed in to ParentVue, if you have siblings listed and pictured, they will need to click on your picture in the upper left hand side of the page to launch your information. Once on your page, they will then click on the school of choice icon, which is signified with a red diamond. Once on the school of choice page, your parents will need to click on the 8th grade parents click to open school of choice application link. Once the open application school of choice link is clicked, it launches step 1 and the start of the application page. The progress bar at the top of the page tells you what step you are completing. Step 1 of the application is a welcome page that shows your data dashboard and summarizes the application availability dates. You can also change the application from English to Spanish by clicking on this button here. Once your parents have chosen their language of preference and reviewed the dashboard, they'll click on the next button at the bottom right hand corner to move on to step 2. Step 2 is another overview of the application. Your academic dashboard is visible It tells your parents the application completion date and time of February 21st at 4 p.m. and that the application is not first come, first served, and all applications are treated equally. Once your parents review step two, they are to click the next button at the bottom right hand corner of the page to move on to step three. Step three explains your student dashboard. The data in the dashboard determines the pathway program that you are eligible for. Your data dashboard shows your GPA, it shows your ELA and math SBAC scores, it shows your STEM index score, and that's only necessary if you plan on applying to CAMS. And it also shows your school of residence, and which is your home school, and the math level that you're currently in. Your parent is to click the next button once they've finished reviewing step three to move on to step four. Step four is the district options page. Here, your parents have to click on all three of the boxes to acknowledge the district policies. You cannot move to the next page without clicking on the three boxes. The district wants you to know that there's no transportation provided for any of the programs to any of the high schools. They also want you to know and acknowledge that there's no priority for siblings who are currently students or alumni of a high school. And they also want you to acknowledge that there's no priority given for child care needs or proximity to your parents' work for any program. So once those three boxes are checked off, then the next button will appear and you will be able to click to move on to step five. Step five is the School of Residence or Homeschool Pathway Selection page. The first pathway selection must be a program or pathway from your high school of residence that does not have a minimum GPA requirement. This step is simply selecting a default pathway at your home high school in case you do not get selected for any of the other pathways of your choice. This selection can be re-ranked in a later screen, which I'll explain to you down later in the presentation. You cannot skip over this step, and once your parents have has made the selection, they'll be able to click next. So here's a sample of a parent selecting a pathway at the home school. Once a pathway is selected, the next button will show up. Your parent clicks next, and we move on to step six. In step six is where you select up to three additional programs or pathways, either at the same high school, your resident high school, or at a different school of your choice. If the pathway is grayed out, that means that you do not meet the requirements for that pathway. Once you and your parents have made your selections, they will appear in this space above here. Some pathways are more popular than others. Those popular pathways will give you a pop up notice that you are choosing a pathway that may have limited space. It is then up to you and your parents to choose to add the program or cancel and make another choice. So here's an example of the pop up. Once you've made your selections, you can click on the boxes here that's circled to re-rank your choices in your preferred order. Once you have your choices ranked, click on the next button to move on to step 7. On step 7, your parents will review the application. It shows your ranked pathway programs that were selected. Then the acknowledged district policies are also shown as well. Quick note, if you want to make any changes to your selections before you certify, you can click on the previous button here to move back. So after your parents have, checked their choices and their acknowledgments, and they review the application, they will need to type their name exactly as it appears, even if it's misspelled, because human error is a factor, in order to validate the application. So once the name is typed in, the box will change color for your parent to certify. They will also need to click the toggle button to yes to certify. Okay. So again, they are to type in their name exactly as it is on the screen. Once they do that, they will be able to certify by clicking the toggle here from no to yes. Once your parent has certified, the application is complete and submitted. Your parent will get an email to the email account on ParentVue as proof of your application. Your parent can also print a copy of the application by clicking on the blue PDF button here. To make changes once you've certified, you'll have to go back to step 8. Your parent will need to retype their name, and then they'll need to click the toggle button to no in order to decertify. Once those steps are completed, then they can hit the previous button to go back through the application to make any desired changes. Once the changes are made, they'll need to move forward to the certify page, retype their name, and click the toggle button back to yes to certify. All applications or changes need to be done and completed by February 21st at 4 p.m. In conclusion, if your parents have additional questions, they can call the helpline or email the high school choice office. Your parents can also contact me as well with any questions they may have. And I am also making myself available to assist your parents with completing the application here at the school site. I will link a copy of this presentation on Canvas in English, Spanish, and Khmer for your parents to reference. Thank you, and if you have any questions, please. Hello, eighth graders. Today